So recently I did a video about servicing your own motorcycle, and this is my 2019 Harley Davidson Heritage, and I wanted to do a service on it. Now in that video I talked about the benefits of actually doing it yourself. Now this is going to be an interesting one. I've never actually serviced a Harley Davidson before, and today we're going to take a look whether that decision was good or not so good. Let's get into it. Hello and welcome to today's episode. I recently talked about doing your own service on a Harley Davidson. Now this is my 2019 Harley Davidson Heritage, and I've never done a service on a Harley. I do like to do my own bit of DIY, but I've never actually done it on a Harley Davidson. So in this episode we're going to do a 3-hole oil change and see whether my decision to do it myself was worth it rather than taking it to either a dealer or an independent mechanic. Now in this video I did do a lot of stop-start edits, and some of the audio didn't turn out as good as I would have liked, so just be aware of that the audio is not going to be quite as good as I would have liked, but I've got new mics and stuff for future videos. Hopefully that will help. Anyway, let's get on with the show and let me know if you have any questions down below. Got the manual out on my iPad. We're actually going to follow that step by step and we'll go from there. So the first thing it says to do, remove the filler dipstick. I'll just do that, but what I'm going to do is just loosen this and just probably set it here. I probably should take this off. I might do that now because I know the transmission fill is behind here, so let's get this off too. Okay, so this is a T25. I'm just going to loosen these off. Be careful not to scratch anything since I'm doing this one-handed. Should just have one little rubber piece on that in the back here. One rubber piece that comes off. Now let's put this somewhere safe with its screws. So now we've got that off, we can take off this little plastic piece, and that shows the filler port for the transmission. Now we're here, we'll just loosen this. I'm just going to leave this sitting here for now, but yeah, this needs to come out when we want to drain the oil. Okay, let's take a look at where the drain holes are. So for the engine is this one here at the back for an M8 soft tail. Then we have a transmission one. So if we can get in there. This is your transmission. So your transmission on the right hand side, kind of a little bit in front of your passenger foot peg. You got your engine one here at the back, and for your primary it should be this one right here. So here's your primary, come down, it's just here, just behind your kickstand. Okay, so we've got the bike draining the oil. I've undone all the plugs. I want us to have a little look at what they look like and show you just any particles that are picked up by the little magnets on there. So let's check that out. Okay, so I've kept these all separate so I know which ones are which. This one is the primary. Now looking at it, it looks like there is a little bit of rubbish on there, but there's no big pieces. When we look at the engine, very fine particles, but it actually looks pretty good, to be honest. There's nothing really concerning on there at all. Quite clean, the oil. And moving over to the transmission side, this is the transmission. Just a few very fine, similar to the primary, this kind of black kind of sludge, but I don't see any major pieces, so that's a good thing. Okay, so I'm going to let that drain for a little bit. I'm going to go and have some lunch. Me and the kids, we're going to go and have some seafood, Then when I come back, we can finish this off by cleaning up all the plugs, replacing the O-rings and refilling it. Then we can take it for a test ride. Alright, so I have cleaned the drain plugs and I've just put them in hand tight. I'm just going to take this derby cover off so we can have a look at that, and then we'll start looking at tightening some of the sump plugs, the transmission plug and the primary plug with a torque wrench. Alright, so we're going to hopefully not make a mess down here because the bike looks really good there, so I'm hoping we don't have a big spill. There's a couple of things I have to help with this. I've got a little old paint cup that I'm going to use. I have this little funnel, and I'm also going to put a little paper towel. So here's one of the funnels I actually bought. There's a kit from eBay. Hopefully this will help stop or minimize getting any mess down here. Doesn't look like it's going to help that much, but anyway, we have to try. And we've got a bit of a tube on the bottom of this, so hopefully that helps. And that is just going to go into the oil drain if there's any oil there. I've also got a tool that comes with this kit. Let's just pop that on here. We'll see if we can just undo this. Doesn't look like it's too difficult. Just going to try and do the rest by hand. See if we can get this. Oh, that worked. Well, actually worked better than what I thought, so a little bit on my hands, but let's see if we can stop this becoming a big mess. Just get that to sit there. So we got a little bit of a spill, but nothing too bad. Pretty happy with that. Oh, there's a big spill on the floor. Damn. That I didn't expect. Well, that didn't really work that good. Alright, let's clean that up. Okay, so we have a Harley Davidson premium oil filter. Looks like the one that came off it. Just going to put a bit of oil on the rubber. For me, we'll just do it by hand. Nice and gentle. Test it. I'm just going to do this kind of finger tight, so it's already touching there. So I'm just going to go. I think that should do it. Okay, so for the engine oil drain plug, we need 19 to 28 foot-pound or 14 to 21. Well, 19 to 28 newton meters or 14 to 21 foot-pounds. So I've got my Warren Brown torque wrench here and I've set this to 24. That's it. Okay, so all three drain plugs are the same torque settings according to the manual. They're all 19 to 28.5 newton meters or 14 to 21 foot-pounds. So I'm going to do that now. I've already done one. I'll do the other one so we can move on. Okay, so you didn't see me take the cover off because I didn't press play. But anyway, I've taken the derby cover off.
Just giving that a little tidy up, and I've just got the new seal that comes with this. I believe this just sits in here. It doesn't say anything in the manual about lubricating it, so I'm just going to put it in there. And we'll get a funnel so we can actually start filling it up. So here is a funnel that came with the kit, and it's just should apparently just sits in here, but I don't see how. I have no idea how this thing goes on, but that doesn't look like it fits in there. It should just sit on. Anyway, there is another trick, because I don't know how this works with this, because I thought it just drops in there, but it I don't see how. Now we're going to use one of these Syn 3s pretty much. I've heard you can just pour it in kind of like this. Let's just see how we go. Actually does work. But I just do want to see how much is going in here. Looks about right. You can see at the bottom of that primary, so I think we're looking good. Alright, we're going to do 3.8 litres into this oil fill here. And here, and this here is, this bottle is nearly 4 litres, so it is 4 litres.
So unfortunately, my camera battery ran out. This is with my GoPro. I didn't realize it turned off, so I didn't get all the video of me filling up the oil for the engine. So just wanted to quickly touch on that. What I actually did is I took this 4 litre container. It comes with the Harley Syn oil kit. I took out 200 mils because I believe it's 3.8 litres, and put 200 mils in here and just put the rest in the engine as per the specifications of the manual. Now it all turned out okay. I did end up putting a little bit more in it, but now that I've actually tested it, it was probably going to be fine as it was. Alright, so after doing all that, the question is, do I still recommend servicing your own bike? Well, yes and no. So my thoughts are on this. While I did change the oil, there were things that I didn't get around to doing, like the spark plugs, because I didn't realise the tank had to come off. There's also a lot of Allen head bolts and different bolts that I don't have a Allen key for, or etc., to really go through and check every nut and bolt. I've still got to do the brake fluid and those sort of things, but I did actually save some money and buy, a new camera and microphone and those kind of things after I did this. So I guess my thoughts are, it's still probably good to take your bike in if you're learning how to do this and get some advice from a qualified Harley Davidson mechanic. If you do that, they're going to be able to tell you things that you're possibly missing, because I'm pretty sure even if you follow the manual, there's things that you just don't have the experience on that a qualified mechanic's going to know, and they're going to be able to give you some advice on things that maybe you should be looking for as well. So I think I'm pretty happy that I did this, but I'm still probably going to take it to someone to get them to check out the bike at some point, and that'll be another video. Anyway, If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe if you want to follow along and continue watching me on my motorcycle journey. Thanks for sticking around this long. Stay safe out there. I'll see you guys